Today on the channel from Rage Toys, we're taking a look at Samurai Force Autumn. Definitely not Donatello.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Rage Toys Samurai Force unboxing. And today we've got Autumn, definitely not Donatello. But of course, if you're looking for this, at this point you're looking for eBay. That's where these guys are right now. And we're no stranger to this line, kind of, as before it was not, I think it was Fury Toys last time. Now it is Rage Toys, and I think that's kind of scooting around, moving around, trying to escape the lawyers, really, at the end of the day, is what it feels like to me. You guys tell me in the comments down below. But these obviously based on Ninja Turtles with a different design. And I'm not even sure how I got wrapped up in this one, but I've gone too far to turn back around, as we do have Leonardo. We'll compare it to that in a little bit. I did get Splinter the Master, so make sure you check out that video on the channel when that video does go up. But you guys know me, I'm a sucker for a Ninja Turtle, and these were interesting to me, so I said, you know what, I'm pulling the trigger. But obviously these coming from overseas, a little bit bootleg, but a little bit fresh, and we do see some other figures coming from these lines. Whether or not it'll be Fury Toys, Rage Toys, or something else, that is to be decided. But of course, one thing we know for sure, though, in all this times of uncertainty, we know exactly how we're going to do this review. And of course, we're going to do it like we always do it. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. See what's up with the Samurai Force. How about little box right here for this guy? And of course, looks like a stylized version of Donatello in like a Bizarro world, something like that. You got black on the side, black up there, Samurai Force up here, Samurai Force down there, and then on the back, we get War and Peace. I'm going to try to read this in the English language, of course. I will say I wish the color was a little bit better, as it is very hard to read because the orange kind of blends into the background right here. But it does say, the seat of the underworld, let's see, has been broken, unleashing the demon dog emperor into the mortal realm. The spiritual essence of samurai, once combined by the gods, scatters across the worlds, intertwining with various animals. The souls of samurai, once sealed by divine power, ignite with the flames of their unyielding spirits. As the power of the samurai is rekindled, they once again bow before the call of duty. Warriors from different corners of the world unite, each bonded with the essence of a sacred flame. Their mission to stand against the resurgence of the demon dog emperor. So very hard to read there. Doesn't really feel like a Ninja Turtle story, I would say, so it does feel a little bit different. So I guess they can't get involved with the IP as far as the story goes, I don't believe. But there it is. We got the little box here, nothing else to it. So a gentle see you later. We got the silica packet. Good eating. See you later. Goodbye. And what do we got? Plastic prison. Look at that. A very little figure here, but we do know that because we did see, once again, the Leonardo. We talked about that. We reviewed that on the channel. If we remember back to that, check out that review if you missed it. But we got all kinds of stuff going on. I guess I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to take this tray out, and we're going to get all of these extras out of here, and hopefully I don't lose anything along the way. And there's old Donnie, a.k.a. Autumn, and I guess Autumn is kind of his mood, and they give him, you know, spring, summer, winter, autumn. That's the names they've used for these. I guess makes sense in a certain way, of course. Now, can I get all these accessories out? There it is. Well, what do we got going on here? These are a little tricky. You got to be smarter than the packaging, which isn't always easy, as we have learned over the years as well. We get extra heads here, get a little dish there. Very interesting. See you later off to the side. Goodbye. All right, let's try to dive into these accessories really quick here. We'll start with these hands. Get two gripping hands right out of the package. We get two big old splayed out hands over here. And then we get a gripping hand with a little finger out. And then we do get two kind of not as far gripping hands, kind of somewhere in the middle between all the other ones. So choose your own hand adventure, as we always do, always like to say. We get a couple of bombs. It looks like little grenades. We got 3 grenades here, all in silver. Nice texture to them. 3 of these guys to go and demolish some things if you need to. We get an old school weapon here. This looks like something out of like the Revolutionary War. Is this like a musket? Does he need to like put the gunpowder in and then poke it and hold on a second? And you get that going, and then you, bam, there you go, gotcha. But a nice brown color here, of course, looks like a gun. You don't really think of your turtles, once again, well, it's not a Ninja Turtle. They got guns. Well, makes sense. So this is a little different here, but an interesting weapon I wouldn't imagine a Ninja Turtle type character carrying around, of course. Now, we do get some of these extra things, and it looks like this goes somewhere, and that's the one thing I hate about some of these import toys. There's no instructions with some of this stuff, so you're kind of left trying to figure out, okay, where does this stuff go? And this looks like something that holds different weapons and things like that. I'm just trying to figure out where it goes, and I'll have to play with it for a while to figure that out, I guess. Now, we do get a bow staff. Now, this definitely speaks of Donatello, and it looks like you got a blade you can stick on the end if you so choose. So a blade on the end of it, making it a little bit different, a little bit more menacing. I'm definitely here for that. That feels a little bit different, of course. And it does plug in the back. He's got a spot in his back right there. You can plug it right through if that is your adventure you want to choose at the end of the day. So looking good there. Bow staff makes sense, on point for any Ninja Turtle. We do get this little kind of little dish, little satellite dish thing, and he does plug into the backpack, it looks like here. Yes, it does. So he's got like a mechanical backpack on the back. You can plug that into. We get a little mechanical arm. I guess you can plug that into it as well. It does have joints on it. It's got multiple joints on it, so you can use different things. And I guess you could even hold this weapon for him. If you want him to hold the bow staff, it could. So all kinds of different stuff you could do. So that is interesting. It kind of fits with Donatello. As we all know, he does machines. Hopefully only working on them. Hopefully he doesn't really do machines, if you know what I mean. As I knock the hand off of this one here, hand plugs right back in very easily. But that's it. And then you get this little, I don't know. I don't even know what these things are. It's a little tuning fork, it almost looks like. But I'm sure it plugs into something along the way here. Very interesting stuff, but once again, I would really like some instructions with this. I don't want to sit here for a half hour and plug and play and say, oh, there it is. I want to know what I'm getting myself into. And if you don't want to, hey, you don't want to, but it is what it is there. But now we're getting down to business here, and dare I say monkey business. I got the shirt on for it for sure. But an interesting one. It definitely looks like a Ninja Turtle. Somebody handed this to you and say, oh, it's a Ninja Turtle, but what kind of Ninja Turtle? You might think it's a bootleg. You might think, who knows? Doesn't feel like a classic Playmates Super 7 NECA. That is for sure. It's very small in stature, as we know as well with these figures here. And I guess we'll walk through the articulation real quick. Arms do go around. Single jointed elbow. No side to side on the elbow. Hands we saw removable, of course. Hula hoop articulation up top. You get some decent splits out of him there. Legs do go up. Double jointed knees. Ankles back and forth, side to side, up and down. No hole in the feet for a peg hole, so he's not going to be on a stand or anything like that. He does got big feet here, though, so he should stand just fine by himself, as you can see right there. So, pretty plain Jane, pretty easy in the articulation department. I think that's a fair assessment. Looking at the head here, he does got the hood over the top. You got the purple colors, and we always know that designates back to Donatello. We've known that forever, of course. Scarf over the top in soft goods, looking very nice. You also get a little sash down here on his belt in soft goods to match. That looks good. A little turtle tail out of the back. Got the shell, and he's got all kinds of bags and compartments and things that plug into the shell here. Once again, Donatello, a guy that does machines, so it is on brand for him. As we can see, oh, very tight joint over here. Always careful. Always careful. I'm a professional, unless I'm not. Of course, I can break a leg, just like we saw with Andre the Giant not too long ago. Two fists Fury here. These also double for. I should have mentioned that. They are gripping hands, but they also work as fisted hands. I do like that. Got a little computer thing on his forearm there, little screen readout, little sash over the top on the shell, or the undershell, and then you got a bright brown shell, and then you got a nice textured skin tone throughout on here, a little darker green color, but a nice texture to it, of course, looking very nice there, and then he's already down to the knee pads and shin guards, once again like a young Terry Steinbach. Forgot we do get a second head with him right here, and you do get a little soft goods purple bandana coming out of the back of this one. And this looks like, I don't even remember what year it was. It was like 2004, 2010. What was the turtle movie that Sheamus from the WWE was in? Kind of reminds me of that version of the Ninja Turtles here. But if you like your Donatello without the hood over the top, you get some of those goggles up there on there. It is a different look of Donatello. So you can really choose your own Donatello head adventure, as we do know. And I think we're not done with that anyways, as I did get that bonus pack that comes with these. So you can kind of make all the turtles very similar. And this is an interesting one, as it comes with some throwing stars. It comes with 4 baby turtles, and they all have different articulation on them. I do appreciate that, so just give us the same turtle multiple times. And then you do get an extra Donatello head, an extra Donatello head, an extra Leo head, and an extra Leo hand. So I guess it gives you a couple of extra things if you wanted them along the way. it basically is almost, it's this exact same head, but it gets the open mouth instead of the closed mouth. So I guess you can choose your Donatello head adventure. And we do know we got Leonardo. I have him over here. You got the Leonardo samurai head. I like that they give us the Donatello samurai head. So if you want them more uniform, you can do that. Or you can have them, of course, non-uniform and use these regular heads. So they kind of help catch us up on everything. And hopefully when Michelangelo and Raphael come out in the future, we'll see when that happens, they'll have these same heads so we can match all 4 turtles into the different looks we want to. But I always appreciate these little bonus packs like this. Give some things that maybe were missed before and some new stuff to really help build out this brand a little bit, which is an interesting brand. Like I said, a little harder to find. You got to find the link to be able to buy this stuff. You got to put a pre-order in for like $5. Then you got to pay once it does ship. So there's a lot going on with these. It's not for the weak at heart, the faint at heart, of course. Collecting isn't as easy as it should be all the time, and I think we all know that from watching figure hunt videos and things for over the years, of course. But an interesting twosome here. I feel like I have to finish this line out since I already got 2 of these guys, and I got Master Splinter. Once again, we'll unbox him in a separate video. But these are very, very interesting. I would say these are for your hardcore turtle fans, people that are really deep in the weeds. This isn't for your average Joe or Jane. Oh, shout out to Jane out there that are buying your NECA or even your Super 7 turtles, and definitely not the Playmate turtles. But if you love your turtles and you want more turtles, this is kind of that next level, looking at import stuff over the seas that is quasi-legal, is what we'll call it here with this Autumn, aka Donatello. But cool for what I see here. Gonna have to play around with it a little bit more. But I do like to build out a team. You guys know me, I'm a sucker for a team in action figures. So I'm definitely gonna need to get Raphael and Michelangelo in the future. But as far as Autumn goes, not a bad day at the office. But what are your thoughts on this one? Is this one to pick up for you? Is it a pass? Is it a long game? Is it a no game? Let me know your thoughts. And for a lot of you guys and gals, once again, it could be a I didn't even know game. So I understand that as well. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this very YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. Appreciate the support over there. Of course, you guys know Pro Wrestling Tees. Pick up a t-shirt. And don't forget to follow me on social media. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Autumn, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.